right, hey Mustangs, welcome back to Kennard TV. This is the last episode of our 7 Habits series, and strangely enough, it is habit 8. So there was an 8th habit added after this book was written, and it kind of brings it all together. It's called Find Your Voice, and Ms. Choromanski is going to take us through this 8th habit. But before we get started, we've got to tell not just one of the universe's greatest jokes, because this is the last episode. We're going to tell the universe's greatest joke right here. All right, so get ready. Maybe a drum roll would be appropriate right now. All right, here it is. What did the mama buffalo say when her boy went off to school? Bye, son. There it is, the universe's greatest joke. Perfect segue to lead us into Habit 8, Find Your Voice. We have Ms. Choromanski ready to go, looking very colorful, I might add. Ms. Choromanski, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Morrill, and thank you, everybody, for sticking around for this 8th habit of the 7 habits. It's fitting that they chose me, isn't it? Absolutely. What is this 8th habit? I don't know, let's find out. So it's find your voice and inspire others to find theirs. But you might be questioning, how do I find this voice of mine? Well, I'm going to throw it over to my serious voice for more information on that topic there. The Fitness Grand Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult.
You're on.
Thank you, Ms. Choromanski. Listen, I know we have the desire to go unnoticed, to kind of be invisible, especially when we're not around our people. But it is important to be real about who I am, what I want. Seize the awkward. Take your opportunity to find your voice. Because your voice comes from being who you are. To help, focus on your strengths. Maybe you're really good at team sports, like soccer or basketball. Maybe you prefer the individual sports, like gymnastics or martial arts. Maybe you're really good at taking care of people. Maybe instead you enjoy the arts, painting. Maybe it's acting. But I want you to ask yourself, why are you good at those things? Why are you good at skateboarding? Why do you want to achieve good grades? We all have these strengths and these weaknesses. Our strengths, they help us to determine who we are. And when we realize our potential, that's the moment that we find our voice. But here's the key. You need to remove the mask. You need to let go of who you think you should be, or who you think others want you to be, or who you want to be. If you don't, then you're just wearing a mask. And when people look at you, they see the real you. And then they also see the mask. And let's be real, that's kind of creepy. So, dump the mask. Go discover your voice. Go relate to others by being the real you. And go do great things with that voice. Brian Tracy said once, "You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are." Think about that. So go get your baking on. Hop on that horse. Go be that good friend. Your strengths, they'll help you find that voice of yours. Thank you for joining.
Oh, your muscles are showing.
It's not my problem that I work out. All right, well, thank you, serious voice. That was interesting. Okay, here's a good quote for you to think about. The most dangerous leadership myth is that leaders are born. But leaders are made rather than born. So you need to groom and kind of really figure out what that voice is and how to gain that voice and focus on those strengths. Okay, those strengths are going to make you more confident in order to find that voice. And once you find this voice, you need to understand that we have 3 wonderful gifts that we have been given. So let me discuss those with you. 1, you have the freedom to choose. Free to choose how you react to any situation in life. And we can't control the next thing that happens to us. But guess what we do have control over? We have control over how we choose to react to it. So will it be a step up or will it be a step down? Okay, and that's a question I want you to ask every time you choose to react, especially if it's using your voice too. But it's going to be up to you. You also have the freedom to choose empathy and to put yourself in other people's shoes. Once you realize the unique powers that you have, because we all have them, then it's all about communicating those to other people. Here's the second one. You have the opportunity to build trust, and you can do that with using your voice. Trust by being friendly, knowing when to say sorry, and following through on your promises. Guess what? Positive consequences come from things like fairness, kindness, respect, honesty, integrity, service, and contribution. Communicating with others will also come easiest when your relationship is built off trust. You'll be comfortable using your voice and accepting what other people have to say with their own voice. So stick to your word, be nice, and say sorry when you have to, because let's be real, we all mess up. Own it. It's okay. And then number 3, empower others by giving up control and handing them the responsibility. Ask your friends for help. Allow them to use their voice to help you. Trust others to do their part. And watch your relationships grow because you're doing this. To lead people, walk behind them. So right now I'd like you to personally reflect. Am I on track with what matters most in finding my voice? What leadership opportunities do I have available to me? And then as a discussion for your ELO, discuss what you think is important to Kennard. What does it take to be a great leader? How could I clear the path so that others can also reach their full potential? And we're empowering them to also find and use their voice. And how can I empower those others to find their voice and to use it in ways so that they can become great as well? So take a pause for a second and then return to me. So moving on, live, love, learn, and leave a legacy. Go be a leader by being your true self and discover your true voice to matter, to make a difference, and to find greatness. And guess what? People simply feel better about themselves when they're good at something. And you are good at something. So go find what that is. And the question I leave you with, how will you choose to use your voice? See you later. I'll send it right back to you, Mr. Moore.
All right, thank you to Ms. Tormansky. Wonderful job with Habit 8, Find Your Voice. And we hope that you've learned a lot through this series. If you think all the way back to Habit 1, be proactive, all the way up through those private victories to the public victories with think win-win, seek first to understand, then to be understood, and all the way to the end with Find Your Voice. You know, hopefully what you're getting through this is starting to determine what are the things that are most important to you, what do you value the most, and then how can you take action steps to align with your values. Anybody can be a leader. We're all leaders here within our school, and it starts with leading yourself. So we hope that these 7 habits plus 1 help you along that journey, and we just appreciate you being here and doing such a great job during this school year. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next time.